now because we punt. We punt. We punt. You know who we sound like? Do not compare me to them. We are the Denver Broncos. We punt. We punt. Personal foul. This game is punting.
Of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback in his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries. But last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're
Damn
looking
people
at
watching this shit has to be. Our prediction of an embarrassing, humiliating display that sucks was pretty spot on. You know, Broncos.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall.
Oh, man, is this game going to suck? It most certainly.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. They get 11 back on that one and moves to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off.
Oh my goodness.
Guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come up with a strong run game if you want to. And
You got lost no matter.
that really opens things up for you.
So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to
This
see
is
first
King
downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been
No.
successful now, they may be successful later on.
Boy, curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Out to his
Always
left.
running.
And he's going to keep it here. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd
I told Harrison already. Tonight we
down.
out.
After 1. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Sanders. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. They can't corral him. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Wentz to throw. Defense to help bring up 4th down.
Run it like
They
Super
certainly
Bowl.
had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a
Another
disappointment.
nice to see
In a
Jalen
game like this one,
Hurts.
being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just
Oh my
looking for
gosh,
a
supposed
big
to
break
be
to take you over the top.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory,
All you have to do is
here's
win
a 1st
without
and 10
arguing.
at the 43. On the move to his left. That's taken in.
Got to win one game without arguing. You
He's
get it
out
back.
of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
You get me
A
back.
good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
No.
An injured
No.
player on
No,
the
get up.
field.
Get up.
Oh, boy, is
No.
that who I think it is? Yeah, that's Lamar Jackson. We'll check on his
Come on,
status
come on,
when we
come
get
on.
back.
Come on. Come on.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Huntley.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you
Oh,
do
his ankle's just his
something.
ankle?
Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it.
It's
And
just
hope
an
you
ankle,
connect
but-
downfield. On
It's
that
his ankle.
play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Wentz will try again on second down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this the Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
Oh my goodness.
Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
This can happen.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
It's over close.
To second and 10.
Close. Great touch.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket.
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He can run for it, and he went. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
No way.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him.
Finally got his
Eagles
hands.
coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this one's going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe. There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Space to maneuver at the 40.
Jackson on the keeper. It's a gain of 20.
I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the final number, pretty impressive, courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour.
Come down, he come down, he come
Throwing
down.
now, Jackson on 1st down, buying time to his left. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Another run here with Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Jackson on 1st down, sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Tucker now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Keep coming, baby. Keep coming. Keep on coming. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Pernell McPhee able to record his 5th sack of the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. 1st down and more for Jackson. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gas, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Rolling to his right. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Wentz now on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Wentz. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One final try now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week